what do you do with that client that tells you this horrific story and says, but I don't want to know it's me? Like, can you file with a Jane Doe, a John Doe? I mean, how do you protect these people?
Yeah. So a couple things that I want to touch on there is that, first of all, that I think that this type of case is the hardest case to hear from folks that have not been able to talk about this for decades. Like, it may be, I represent people that are 80 years old,
Wow.
and they haven't told their spouse. And so they want me to send mail to a special address and things like that to keep their privacy, because they haven't told their spouse after 65 years. And so, and we do, we'll send it to a post office box or whatever they want us to do if we need to actually send mail to them. We do file under, a Jane Doe or a John Doe to protect their privacy in these cases. One thing we typically try to do also on a practical level is we try to limit the depositions as well too. Unless the defense counsel is a complete jerk, they're going to limit the depositions to a time frame. This is at least my experience. I approach them and I say, look, this is a tough case. This is a tough case, and you could drill this person for the next 6 hours or whatever, but I think it's better served if we could do a 2-hour deposition, allow for as many breaks as we possibly can for these guys, because, these are really, really tough on them. And they're going to come forward. They're going to do a great job. They're going to answer your questions, but let's limit it. And then there's one other thing I just want to say is that when you're investigating these cases, one thing is that always ask the person, because it's really good to bring these cases in teams, as I call it, as multiple plaintiffs. If there's one abuser, they will have abused, I think the FBI says, what is it, like 13 more people or something like that? One pedophile will abuse 13 people, and up to 50, I think is what they say. And so oftentimes your client will know 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 more people that were abused. And that's a really good way to represent more folks, but also it's a really good way to build kind of a support system around there where they can come together against this establishment, this business, or whatever it might be.